I'm Ruth Dalton. I work for the Farmer Network. I'm also an independent farm advisor. And following on from our previous introduction to SFI video, we're just going to talk about 3 grassland actions today. We're going to talk about low input grassland, we're going to talk about species rich grassland, and also a supplement, which is the haymaking supplement. So these are 3 that I use quite a lot when I'm chatting to farmers and helping them get into schemes. They're all really useful actions for a kind of standard livestock farm with quite a lot of permanent pasture. The low input grassland, the main things that you really have to make sure that you comply with. You can't put too much nutrient on those fields. You have to stick to a limit of less than 12 tonnes per hectare of farmyard manure or equivalent. And also that you do need to not kind of continuously graze those fields really short all of the time. They are looking for a range of heights, and the reason for that is that they do want to provide wildlife habitat in there. So you need that sort of slightly messier sward just to provide that habitat. Obviously it will be short at certain times of year, usually by March everybody's pretty short of grass, but through the year you want that range of heights. In order to show them that you've done that, I would just recommend have your phone with you when you're wandering around through the year on these fields. You know, maybe when the animals haven't been in for a few weeks, just take some photos to show them that that sward has been at varying heights as you've gone through. Other things to look out for with low input grassland, if you are cutting that, then you need to shut it up for at least 7 weeks. And you need to leave a margin around the edge. Linked to the low input grassland action, the haymaking supplement. A lot of people have sort of been put off haymaking supplements because they remember the old schemes where they had cutting dates. They are a lot more flexible now, so if you've been put off haymaking supplements in the past, please do consider the SFI one. So the basic one is £157 per hectare. I should have said that the low input grassland is £151 per hectare, so you get both of those added together. You have to shut your hay meadow up for at least 8 weeks, and you have to allow flowers and grasses to set seed, but they don't give you a date where you must not cut before. You do have to turn it at least once in the field, and you have to let it field dry, but you can wrap. So you could make haylage, you don't have to make hay, as long as you've turned it once, let some seed drop out. The late cut haymaking supplement is even more, it's £187 per hectare on top of the £151 for low input grassland, and that is a 9-week shut up. Last but not least, the species rich grassland option. So this was available in previous versions of SFI, but sadly we've heard just recently that in SFI 26 the species rich grassland action won't be available. If you are in species rich grassland already, please take lots of pictures, and just remember that you can't supplementary feed on species rich grassland. So make sure you take photographs in the winter as well as in the summer, and don't forget that they're not only after the flowering sward, but they also do want a bit of grazing over winter. Sheep grazing over the winter, keep the grasses nice and short, ready for the wildflowers to come up through in the spring. Red clover, your plantain, your vetches and your trefoils, that's the ideal thing to do with those. So as with all these actions, do have a look at the find funding for land and farms, or put in the action that you're in or that you're intending to go in once they've opened more information, and it will give you the full, what they call the prescription, but the musts and must nots are the things that you really have to look for.